This is Majinoni, and here's my reviews for Brightest Day number 17 and Freedom Fighters number 5. Uh, let's start off with Freedom Fighters number 5. Now, this is one of those titles that DC's putting out that's actually caught me completely by surprise, and I'm really starting to enjoy it. Now, as a whole, I really didn't care much about the characters involved, but slowly they're starting to warm up to me a little bit. And I think so far, I think the fight scenes have been interesting and entertaining, at least. I think that they're using some interesting characters that we haven't really seen before. Well, at least like these guys down here. It's not like they're going to the same batch of villains, and they're introducing some new elements. In this case here, what we have is while the Freedom Force is supposed to, the Freedom Fighters are supposed to retrieve that artifact. They stumble upon the prison where super criminals are being basically experimented on, and these guys here are all I guess you can say they're more of the tougher, stronger ones that have actually managed to survive. And these guys have actually gone through a lot of torture, experimentation. They've gone through magic, gene splicing. They've gone through like basically hell and back, and they're they're pretty pissed off about it. So they pretty much make short work of the Freedom Fighters, and what they're looking for is basically a magical sword, where it's a magical sword that was supposed to give, if given to the Confederacy, that would have granted basically them a sure win. And let's see, I can't seem to find the page now where it's at. Here it is. That's the sword there. As a whole, I think some of these characters are kind of interesting, but the problem is these are the types of characters that would just basically kill on sight. So they're not. I don't think we're really going to see them too often. I think the artwork is really really good. It's nothing like stellar, but for a teen book that's not really getting a lot of attention, I think it's really good. And I said, so far I'm really finding this entertaining. We'll see how long this is going to last, because if it doesn't reach so many sales, it's probably just going to get dropped. But at least for now, I'm really enjoying it. On with Brightest Day number 17. This is like a weird one for me, because it's dealing with Firestorm, a little bit of Firestorm. It's dealing with Dead Man, and it's dealing with the Hawks and the Star Sapphires. Now, I really did like the Hawks, but because it's been so long since we've seen the Hawks, it's kind of like I really stopped caring about them. And it's kind of like, ugh. It's like I really do we really need to go through this? I thought the story was over. Do I really care anymore? But slowly start bringing you back in again. I think the art's really good. It's really strong. There's some really nice panels, nice pictures, and there's a really nice moment here with Boston meeting his grandfather. Basically, his grandfather is almost, he's near death, because of old age, and he basically ignored his grandfather for the bulk of his life, and he feels bad about it, and he goes to visit him, and the grandfather, it's kind of like he doesn't really care anymore. By that I mean he doesn't care that Boston wasn't there for him. All he cares about is Boston's there now. And I think there's the series of panels here, I think is really strong. Especially there's just that one word, and then it says everything. The ending is really good also, because Boston grants, I don't want to say it's his grandfather's final wish, but his grandfather basically just wants to go on a motorcycle just one more time, and he grants him that. And while he's doing that, his ring is actually starting to recharge. So I guess what we can say is Boston's now starting to finally experience life. He has his girlfriend, Dove. He's experiencing, the love of family, the joy of family, things like that. And now he's starting to live again, getting his life back, and now his ring is getting more powerful. While that's going on, with the Hawks, you have battling, and then eventually supervillain gets powered up. So, like I said, to me it's interesting. The fight's decent, but these, I don't know, it's something about it that I think is just missing. And I think for me, the main problem is it's like I'm forgetting what's happening, just because how many issues has it been since this happened? The thing about the Firestorm at the beginning was basically they figured out where they're at, and um, they have a goal in sight. So I'm really looking forward to still more, a little bit more Firestorm, and the Boston storyline's actually picking up, at least in terms of interest for me. And other than that, I think this is just, there's nothing outstanding about this issue here. It's just basically moving the plot along. But again, it's really, really tough to read with having to wait and having this thing jump all over the place. I wish they broke it up into different issues, like miniseries. But anyways, if you have any comments or questions, just let me know. Rate the video up or down, let me know what you think. I'm curious to know if anybody out there has been reading Freedom Fighters and what you guys think of it. I still have the Batman and a couple other stuff I wanted to review, so I'll put those up when I can. So until next time.